Duggar News. Josh Duggar is living in a luxury dorm in prison, getting special privileges. Hello friend, welcome back to my channel. God bless you. For the news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. It was Josh Duggar who cost his family their shows on TLC 19 Kids and counting on. At first, it was because of molestation allegations against his sisters, the Ashley Madison affair scandal, and later CSAM charges. The court announced its verdict and sent Josh to prison for a sentence of a little more than 12 years. This case was bone-chilling for Duggar News followers. Everyone expected that Josh Duggar would simmer down with his antics now that he is in prison. It turns out he has filed for an appeal many times, was found guilty of possessing contraband, and so on. Now fans have found out that he is enjoying a privileged life in prison. Why is this happening? Why is there a bias for a felon like Josh? Let's find out. Duggar News. Josh Duggar enjoying celebrity life in prison, giving autographs. While Josh Duggar is away from the media, sources often reveal shocking updates about him from prison. Duggar News followers know he has been in trouble for having contraband, been in trouble for an alleged affair with a trans inmate, and so on. It's like the star doesn't want to mend his way and serve his time peacefully. Fans also found out he is putting his celebrity status to use in prison. That's because sources revealed that there were inmates who were getting Josh's autograph on newspaper articles written about him. They then sent it to their family members. Viewers had a hard time believing so. There is another update about Josh that suggests he is putting his fame to his advantage yet again. Duggar News. Prison officials moved Josh to a new luxury prison dorm, studying for a degree. As mentioned above, Duggar News followers are often disappointed in Josh, even after he went to prison. That's because multiple news updates suggest he doesn't feel guilty for his heinous crimes. As per a brand new update, he is living in a remodeled dorm inside the prison. It's for special inmates who have to sign a code of conduct. The inmates also can't have any disciplinary action in a certain amount of time and must have a job. Clearly, Josh Duggar doesn't have the qualifications to be living in such a place. But there has been an exception for him. That's because he is allegedly studying for a degree there. He should have never been approved due to his time in the SHU, but they let it go. As per more details, the remodel of the dorm is brand new with freshly painted walls and has flowers in it. Inmates also get to enjoy all other amenities like having washers and dryers, microwaves, and more. After finding out about this, Duggar News followers are sure that Jim Bob Duggar may have been pulling on some political strings to make such things happen for Josh. When asked, officials from FCIC Seville, Josh Duggar's prison in Texas, refused to comment about the living conditions of the inmates. Jinger Duggar announces People Pleaser book. What is it about and when does it come out? Hello friend, welcome back to my channel. God bless you. For the news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jinger Duggar announced that she's releasing her second solo book, People Pleaser. Breaking free from the burden of imaginary expectations. What is the book about? When does it come out? And what has she said about her latest project? From childhood to early adulthood, Jinger Duggar followed the expectations of others, never taking the time to discover who she truly was. It wasn't until she asked herself the question, "Who am I?" that she realized she was a people pleaser. The book's description read, "This realization led her on a journey of self-discovery and ultimately to rely on God for her approval and sense of self-worth." The description continued, "Through her faith and reliance on God, Jinger began to break free from the need for approval and discover true freedom." This book is a guide for anyone struggling with people-pleasing tendencies and seeking to find their true identity and purpose in life. In the book, Jinger will help readers discover the beauty of community and how we were made to enjoy others, identify sin, and how it can hinder your ability to be in community with one another, diagnose yourself with ruthless honesty, but without judgment, and understand who you are in God's eyes. Jinger opened up about why she wanted to write People Pleaser while speaking to people on September 24, 2024. I think that from the start, I realized that there are so many people who are on this journey of self-discovery with me. And I started to realize more and more I was such a people pleaser, she told the outlet. I was so consumed with what everyone around me thought about me. And oftentimes, I saw how it just started to get serious when it started affecting my relationships, or just really causing me to reject certain relationships because I was afraid of what that person might think of me. The TLC alum explained that she formed the habit when she was a teenager, and it kind of led me down not the best path in my thoughts. While Jinger used to be focused on making sure she was living up to the standards of others, she explained that she's since had a change of heart. A lot of these are just imaginary expectations. So I wanted to write a book that would be more relatable, in a sense, Jinger continued. Like, okay, we are all in this place of people-pleasing. I don't have it all figured out, but this is what I'm learning on this journey of trying to be set free from this. There is an answer, there is a solution. And so just bringing people along into my world of being a people pleaser and things that I've found that have helped. Jana Duggar has found her happily ever after. The 19 kids and counting alum married musician Stephen Wissmann, August 15, at an Arkansas wedding ceremony, attended by 500 guests, according to People. Jana's sister Jana Duggar Seawald was her maid of honor, while sisters Jinger Duggar Vuolo, Jana Duggar Forsett, Johanna Duggar, and Jordan Duggar, as well as sister-in-law Abby Duggar, served as bridesmaids. I think it is one of those things that all girls envision someday, the 34-year-old told the outlet ahead of the nuptials. For me, it felt like, okay, it's never coming, but now it's starting to sink in. Reality is starting to set in, and I'm like, wow, this truly is something that I've dreamed of. Jana, the eldest girl of the Duggar family's 19 kids, added that becoming a bride is a dream come true. The former TLC star first sparked engagement speculation earlier this summer, when she was spotted wearing a silver ring on her wedding finger during a visit to South Carolina with her fraternal twin brother John David Duggar. Jana did not comment on the engagement rumors at the time, though she did confirm that she had moved out of parents Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle Duggar's home, something that traditionally happens when a Duggar kid is set to wed. She and Stephen, one of 13 siblings and a member of the Wissmann family gospel band, got engaged on June 15 after rekindling their romance earlier this year, per People. The pair had briefly dated years prior, but Jana told the outlet that they continued to talk to each other on and off. In fact, they officially became a family in 2022, when Jana's brother Jeremiah Duggar tied the knot with Stephen's sister Hannah Wissmann Duggar. Jeremiah, 25, and Hannah, 29, now share daughters Brynlee, 19 months, and Brielle, 5 months. It was like, what are we doing? We still enjoy each other. We still really appreciate each other. Jana recounted of her reconciliation with Stephen. I had been a slower mover on it, but just over time, his character, his coming back, still loving me no matter what. The rumors were true. Jana Duggar is set to marry Stephen Wissmann. It's official. Jana Duggar will be a married woman soon enough. Last month, rumors swirled that 34-year-old Jana had finally found her special someone when she appeared in family photos sporting an engagement ring. Jana opted not to confirm or deny her engagement, but plenty of clues suggested she had finally found love. Now the secret is out. A marriage license has been issued to Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's eldest daughter. Jana Duggar is finally getting married. In a shocking twist, the Jana Duggar marriage rumors are finally true. Jana has not officially announced her engagement. Still, the state of Arkansas issued a marriage license, suggesting the eldest Duggar daughter will be tying the knot sometime in the next 60 days. So who exactly is her future husband? According to the official documents, Jana Duggar will wed Stephen Wissmann, a Nebraska native and her younger brother's brother-in-law. Stephen, 31, is the son of Gloria and Lauren Wissmann. According to Fandom, Stephen owns a dog breeding business in Milford, Nebraska. It is unclear if Stephen plans to move to Arkansas following the wedding, or if Jana plans to relocate to Nebraska. Stephen's younger sister, Hannah Wissmann, moved to Arkansas after marrying Jana Duggar in 2022. The Duggar family has not made the wedding date public. Still, the duo must be tying the knot sometime in the next 59 days. Marriage licenses are valid in Arkansas for 60 days after they are issued. The license was issued on August 14. The couple has 60 days to say "I do," but they'll likely be walking down the aisle sooner rather than later. Duggar family followers theorize that Jana will be a married woman before August is over. Jana and Stephen are opting to keep their relationship quiet. Still, this is far from the first time they have been linked. Duggar family followers believed Jana and Stephen were in a relationship in 2021 after they spotted Jana at the Wissmann's home for Christmas. While Duggar family followers were sure that Jana was finally getting married, nothing came of it. Initially, family followers theorized that Stephen got cold feet after Josh Duggar was arrested for possessing and receiving child pornography. Jana and Stephen never confirmed a relationship or a breakup. In 2022, Jana Duggar married Hannah Wissmann, Stephen's younger sister. After the couple announced their relationship, family followers largely assumed that Jana was merely chaperoning for Jana. Most assumed she was never actually in a relationship with Stephen. It is still unclear if the couple were together and then broke up before getting back together, or if their current romance is their first foray into dating. Who is Jana Duggar's husband, Stephen Wissmann? What to know, including his connection to her family. Jana Duggar is officially married to Stephen Wissmann, and their families already have a close connection. In Touch was first to report in August 2024 that Jana and Stephen had applied for a marriage license after keeping their courtship quiet. Hours after news of the marriage license broke, the two revealed they had tied the knot in an intimate Arkansas wedding. While they've never publicly commented on their relationship, the pair have been spotted together as far back as 2020. Jana and Stephen first sparked engagement rumors in July 2024 after posting a series of photos on Instagram. In the snaps, it appeared that Jana had a ring on her left hand. Social media commenters started posing questions about a possible engagement. Instead of answering questions about her relationship status, Jana made light of the situation with a YouTube video that toured her tiny house. While going through the items in her home, the Counting Mon alum made a joke about having a boyfriend who gifted her a stuffed gorilla named Alfred. Jana was quick to clarify that she was just kidding, and the toy was actually gifted by her brother James Duggar. Jana comes from a family of 19 children. Her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, also have 33 grandchildren, and her soon-to-be husband has a lot of siblings as well. Stephen is one of 13 and had a similar upbringing to Jana, minus the reality shows. Stephen's sister Hannah Wissmann is married to Jana's brother Jeremiah Duggar. He was even an usher at Hannah and Jeremiah's March 2022 wedding. Stephen is referred to as "man of many talents," according to the Wissmann's family website. Other than being the assistant manager of Wissmann Enterprises, Incorporated, Stephen is a pilot, makes small furniture, and loves working out. He is gifted in initiating conversations that encourage and challenge, and he has a heart for ministry, his bio also reads. Aside from directing some of his family's music arrangements, the Wissmanns are a musical group. Stephen plays the mandolin and guitar, plus sings lead and bass. Stephen is a member of the East Fairview Mennonite Church in Milford. Jinger Duggar reveals what traumatized her growing up with Counting Mon family. The Duggars were a cultural phenomenon in the early days of their TLC reality series 19 Kids and Counting. The family rose to fame on the network as a strictly conservative Christian family under the umbrella of the authority of their father, Jim Bob Duggar, who followed the fundamentalist beliefs of a sect known as the Institute in Basic Life Principles. In her book, Becoming Free Indeed, daughter Jinger Duggar wrote about her experiences being raised with the controversial principles the sect promoted, saying that now, as an adult, she realized that some of what she had been taught was hurtful and untrue, concluding, "I knew I needed to speak publicly about this because I promoted teachings that I now believe are damaging." While the lawsuit was eventually dropped, and the church's investigation deemed his behavior inappropriate rather than illegal. In her book, Jinger compared the church leader to her brother, Josh Duggar, who is currently serving time in prison for child pornography charges. The scandal that emerged surrounding Josh's confession that he had forcibly touched underage girls, including his younger sisters, Jill Duggar and Jana Duggar, was a significant factor for the cancellation of 19 Kids and Counting and the spin-off series Counting On. Jinger recently opened up about an experience she had while filming the pilot for 19 Kids and Counting in a YouTube video she posted on Wednesday, August 7, from a series where she speaks about her experience with reality TV, titled Growing Up on TV. In the video, Jinger and her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, had a conversation about what would be the wildest thing she could remember happening to her while filming. She described a time when her parents took her to a ranch in a city in New Mexico called Truth or Consequences, and the excitement all of her siblings had at the idea of getting to ride horses for several days during their stay at the ranch. But Jinger was not prepared for what happened on a trail ride one day. She described how she was put on a horse named Samson and was told he was calm and would go slow. However, apparently the horse had an aversion to water, because when they came across a wide creek, Jinger's horse suddenly bolted over the body of water and began bucking wildly on the other side. Jinger described how the incident shook her up, and then the conversation turned to her deep-seated fear of heights. Jeremy wondered how the series could have neglected to use the dramatic footage in the series, and Jinger joked they might have refrained from using the footage because I was, traumatized, and the producers were trying to be nice. Although she then remarked that footage of a terrorized child on a wild ride would usually make for great reality TV. Perhaps her husband's observation that she could have been seriously injured in the incident had more to do with the network's decision not to air the footage they had captured. The Duggar family has been at odds for years now, and it sounds like the feud is finally starting to take its toll on parents Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. According to what a source close to the former 19 Kids and Counting family told In Touch, Jim Bob and Michelle are stressed over their adult children fighting back against the strict rules they were raised under, especially now that it doesn't seem like their other children are willing to stand up for them. And as one insider told In Touch, it's getting harder and harder for Jim Bob and Michelle to ignore it publicly as time goes on, try as they might to pretend that everything is all good. Jim Bob and Michelle try to downplay it, but all the turmoil is taking a toll, they said. While Jinger and Jill have been the most open about denouncing the Institute in Basic Life Principles, the fundamentalist Christian sect that they were raised in under Jim Bob and Michelle's roof, it sounds like they aren't the only ones who are so strongly against it. Even though Jinger and Jill are the only two that have been really vocal about their anger toward their parents, it's clear there are plenty of others in the family who aren't too happy.